Before I did airbrushing, I did classic makeup. I call it classic or traditional. And just to show you how ferocious airbrushing can be and why it's fierce to invest in it, especially if you're a professional makeup artist, is just to give you an example of all the things I used to have to carry. I don't have enough hands here. In my purse, just to keep my face looking, you know, fresh. Every day I'd have to carry my pressed powder, some eyeshadows just in case the eyeshadows came off, a brush for my pressed powder, an eyeshadow brush, a lip pencil, and lip glosses. All the lip glosses I use. So what's great about airbrushing is now I airbrush my face and I don't have to carry all these things in my purse. I freed up so much space, and the only thing I carry is my lip gloss, which I don't mind carrying at all. So I've got a lot of requests for, okay, great, you showed us the airbrush foundations. Well, how do we use it? So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use it. Because the compressor for the airbrush is so loud, I did it in voiceover mode. So enjoy and ask me any questions you want. And I'm going to have 2 videos in the future, how to get the eyes using just the airbrush. Takes a little practice. And how to get the eyebrows. Even my eyebrows are airbrushed. So, alright, enjoy! So today we're going to show you how to do basic airbrush. Move all hair out of the way. Even though airbrush has little to no overspray, you want a clear palette. Then you're going to start by cleaning off your skin with a basic astringent. It's best to use astringent and cleaners that are for your skin type. Then we're going to use Temptu moisturizer. We're going to put that on the face before we use the primer. You just need a few drops. And this is going to help prep the skin, give it the moisture so that you don't have a dry appearance underneath the airbrush foundation, which sometimes happens to me when I'm wearing classic makeup. Simply quickly mist your face and then use the air from the airbrush to dry it. Next, we're going to use Temptu primer. They have a great SB primer. It helps the foundation for the airbrush stay on longer, and it gives you an even palette to work with. So we're going to just take a small dab of that on the back of our hand, and with a MAC foundation brush, we're going to put that all over our body. Now, you don't have to use a MAC brush. You can even use your fingers, or you can use a foundation brush that you have. Human hair is the best, and just lightly put a light layer all over your face. And then after it's dry, go back and feel the difference, because you'll be able to feel the difference between just your natural skin and having this primer on your skin. It's a great way to prepare the skin for the airbrush. This is a quick procedure, and it's also optional. You don't have to do it. Second, you're going to put in your foundation. This way you choose your foundation is the same way you choose classic foundation. You test it on your jawline. To complete a face, you only need about 4 to 8 drops of foundation. In this case, I'm using a dual airbrush, means that I have to press down for air and pull back for foundation. Those are the best type for makeup. And I'm going to use small circular motions when I'm putting on my makeup so that I can get an even base and an even foundation. When you're doing under the eyes or on the nose, you can come in closer with the airbrush gun and really get in there to cover up any eye shadows you might have underneath your eye. Circular motions. Now the PSI for the airbrush guns, some of them go very high. When you're doing face makeup, it should be comfortable. You should feel no pain. So you should have a very comfortable setting on your compressor. When you're doing the eyes, you should even lower that even more so that it's not uncomfortable, because the eyelids are very sensitive. Now what I tend to do, even when I'm doing classic makeup and with airbrush, is I try not to airbrush my eyelids too much, because I want my shadow or my airbrush makeup on my eyes to show up. And dark foundations can mute the colors you're trying to use. So sometimes I skip over my eyes. In this case, you don't have to. Just go ahead, put the airbrush on, because it's going to dry and set, and then you can put a primer on top of that. So circular motions give you the even look. Now what's great is if you have any blemishes or marks, like I have a few on my chin, you can zoom in with the airbrush gun and really spray the foundation in that area instead of having to put concealer, then put foundation, then put powder, you just simply use the foundation you have in your gun, zoom in on your chin, and you can see now that the blemishes are gone. I didn't have to do 3 or 4 extra steps to get that. If you do have to use a concealer, Temptu does have a concealer wheel that they do sell in the packs, or you can get that at temptu.com. This foundation that I'm using now is 010. I switched from 011. And now I'm going to use blush. I got my blush out of the blush pack, and I decided to use copper bronze and red bronze. And again, I just smile and circular motions along with going on my cheekbone to enhance that area. If you want very heavy blush, you can go heavier. I tend to like a little light blush. I don't really need heavy red apple cheeks. I'm just going over. You can mix your blush colors, which are great. I mixed the 2 colors together to get a custom look that I wanted. And then you can go back over and dry with your airbrush gun. This speeds up the setting time. So you just press down, you don't have to press back, and air will come out, and this helps set your foundation, it helps set your blush, and you can move on. Now Temptu makes a great setting powder that I love to use. It comes in 3 shades. I use the darkest one for my skin tone, and this just helps set the powder some more. This is optional, you do not have to do it. I love it, it makes it last forever, and I'm done. Now you have a basic understanding of airbrush application. So I think you should take away 2 things. The smooth foundation look comes from the circular motion when you're using the airbrush gun. You have a 30-second set time window, so if you make a mistake, simply wipe it off. You have 30 seconds before it dries. And then I think I just want to tell you guys that airbrush is so great for the skin. My skin can breathe. Before, when I wear makeup, I could feel the powder and the foundation and the concealer. I could feel them on my skin. Airbrush, I really can't feel anything. So if you have any questions, you know where to find me. I'm in this little box. Leave comments, either depending on what window you're looking at. You can leave comments down below. Click the comment link. Or on the left-hand side, you can also click the comment link. And there's some links there for you. And if you thought the barrette that I was wearing in my hair was frosh, there's a link on the sidebar so you can get it. And that's, again, what's frosh in airbrush and makeup. Peace. Great, so now, great. So now you have a basic understanding of airbrush makeup. Great. And also, I just want to come across and tell you, because you can't feel my face and touch my face, is that airbrush makeup is so... Turn off cell phones when making videos, or they will ring and embarrass you. Can't get through a sentence, I can't get through a sentence. La, 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 la. Alright, but my hair is looking frosh though. Alright, frosh viewers. Now you have a basic understanding of airbrush application. So I would think